G'day everyone, Sunday today. Just going to have another little bit of a play on the pool noodle with the stick in the guts. I'm going to do something a little bit different. Instead of just a little bit of cutting, I'm going to do a little bit of chopping. I guess 1.5 of them are sort of chopping knives. So this is one of the knives I got from the cookery house. Chain Pure. Still got the factory edge on it. Haven't done anything more to it. It worked alright chopping some bottles back in the day. We'll give this a little shot. That's the target there. I put a skinnier stick in it because this is the stick compared to the handle that I was using yesterday. I can't expect a knife to chop through that, especially when it's not secured in the bottom real well. It's just going to move around too much, and I know they're not really going to chop through this. The katana machete, yeah, it was chopping through it, but I don't expect a knife-sized thing to slice through plus go through the pool noodle. So yeah, we'll test this one out. I'm going to test the old cold steel bore collector. I haven't done this. One's the bore hunter. So same knife, but they make a bore collector and hunter. Still feels fairly sharp. Yep, and it's shaving easy. But I haven't touched this up since I used it last on one of the water bottle videos from a couple of months back. And this one here, this is what I used as my pigging knife for 10-ish years. So this thing here has dispatched somewhere along the lines of 27 to 30 something pigs. 27, we'll say roughly around the 32 to 35-ish mark of pigs it's dispatched. It's what I've been using for a long time now. Works absolutely awesome. I believe this is I bought it off eBay years ago. It's a no-name brand copy. It's a China copy of a blackjack. Don't know what sort of blackjack. It was advertised blackjack cookery. Stainless steel. It's just made in China. Stainless steel. Who knows what it is? But it seems to slay pigs quite well. I was working with a guy from who worked in an abattoir, and he was talking up sharpening knives one day, so I asked him if he could put an edge on it. So he put this edge on here about 7 or 8 years ago, and it rips hairs. It's not hair popping anymore, but this has never been sharpened since he sharpened it. It's dispatched heaps of pigs. I haven't chopped into anything. I haven't used it for anything else apart from dispatching pigs, but the edge is definitely worn out a little bit, and back then I didn't know how to sharpen, so I wasn't sort of game to sharpen. He hasn't made the top edge. He hasn't made the top edge fully sharp, but there's definitely something to it. But yeah, this was my favourite pigging knife for a long time. It wasn't too heavy. It worked quite well, and I've explained to Donnie before Donovan that is. I like the thickness of the blade for dispatching pigs. I've had the other pig stickers which are just like a dagger, quite thin, pointy, and I found when you poke them, yeah, they definitely work. But this one here, it seems to like the deeper the blade, maybe just the way that it sort of has a natural plunge to it, I believe it just sort of it seems to work better. With the thinner dagger sort of style pigging knives, when you dispatch them, you can get a bit of blood spurting out, and they seem to kick and struggle a little bit more. But once I plunge this into their heart, they're pretty much, they just the life goes out of them. So, and they don't struggle anymore, and you can sort of just back them off and just let them die. So I think there's something to a blade with a bit of depth to the blade. It just seems to do that little bit more damage, and it just seems to kill a little bit cleaner and kinder. Anyway, let's get to the chopping. We'll try this one first. Now, I thought this was going to be sharper than what it is, but we'll see. Okay, obviously didn't work. But, like I said, it's not overly sharp. We'll go to the bore collector next. Of these, this is the sharpest. I'll go a little bit lower and hit it with this thing. I might even give it another shot. This definitely worked. Okay, so slice that off. Took me a while to find the top of the stick. That was it. So it's not a real thick one, but it's probably a good example of like finger thickness bone, that is. I'll give it one more shot with this one. Didn't need the big wind up, just needed the speed, and I think that's the best thing about this thing. It's so light, you can build that speed up. That done it easy. Beautifully clean cut. Oh, the angle matches perfect. One more, right? So close. So yeah, that worked with the back cut. Boar collector is definitely one of my favourites. Boar hunter, boar collector, same thing. These are still on sale for $55 at my local gun shop, Cleaver Firearms, over at Margate. It's over Redcliffe Way in Brisbane. I think I'm going to have to get myself a couple more of these. They're just too good. Now we'll go to the Cookery House Chain Pure. It's not overly sharp. It's sort of sharp, but I don't think it's going to shave hair. It's cutting, but I'll call that ripping. It's not hair popping. It's going to be a lot harder now because the pool noodle's sticking so high up. I don't have anything properly to secure it in the bottom there, so we can only give it a shot, see what happens. Almost through. Okay. Cold steel Coban. What are you doing, Jess? Nice. Not too bad at all.